Hey, what's up, folks? Beautiful day here at Frank's Holler. Just fired the Project 124 up. Getting ready to go for a nice little ride. It's about 60 degrees or so now. It's supposed to get up to around 70 today. So actually got the bike cleaned up. It's a rare occasion. Washed and polished everything yesterday, so looking pretty nice. But anyway, our goal for today is, not goal, but just kind of target location, if you will. Gonna ride into Fort Worth. They've got launch parties going on at all the dealerships for the new touring models, which would be, I guess, the Road Glide and the Street Glide. So gonna go check those out. Looked at them before just for a little bit, but didn't have a whole bunch of time, so hopefully be able to take a deeper look. Plus I think they got like some kind of lowrider show or some kind of shit like that going on at Longhorn, so I was gonna swing by there, and then time allowing maybe swing by Fort Worth Harley too. Not really sure yet. But anyway, first headed to Granbury to get some breakfast. Gonna try to go to Firehouse Cafe. It's the best breakfast in Hood County, but they're usually pretty crowded on Saturday, so we'll see what the wait time is. Should be fun though. Looking forward to that, and actually just looking forward to riding. It's been raining here for the last, I don't know, week and a half off and on, so couldn't really go to ride to work or do anything else. Let's see, get my traction control turned off here before we go up the driveway of death. There we go. All right, we're off. Yeah, this GoPro doesn't really show how steep this incline is, but according to my scale on my four-wheel drive truck, it's about 12 degrees, and of course you can see how shitty these potholes are. The previous owner of this place paved it like around 2014, so it hadn't even made it 10 years and it's falling apart. Anyway, but yeah, man, just beautiful day out here today. Be really nice when it warms up here in a little while, but still feeling pretty good for now. But yeah, gonna head to Granbury, try to grab a bite to eat, and then head to Fort Worth after that. So it's about a 20 minute ride or so to Granbury from here, and then another, 35-40 minutes. Actually going to Longhorn would probably be more like an hour to get to Longhorn, because it's out by 360. Was it Grand Prairie, I guess, Arlington area. So anyway, that's the plan for today. Damn, probably got to get some gas here in a minute too, but I think it'll be fun. I'm pretty warm up top. I got on my Air Stitch jacket, Air Stitch fleece, so I'm not really feeling cold at all there. Of course I know I just started, but just commenting on it, it's like, for me, anytime it's less than 70 degrees I get cold. I don't know, I guess it's part of getting old or getting fat or getting both. But I try to bundle up usually when I'm on the bike, unless it's around 80 degrees, man. I stay pretty cool. But I don't have anything on my legs, just got on a pair of Carhartt work pants. So feeling kind of not cold, but you can definitely feel the chill down there. So I guess it is what it is until it warms up a little bit today. I figured there'd be a ton of bikes out because it's Saturday. It's a beautiful day. And this time of year, I think today is what, March 22nd, 23rd, I can't remember. But anyway, spring's here. Nobody really stops riding in Texas. You can ride year round down here, but still, these spring days when the sun is out and it's remotely warm, man, everybody in the world comes out. So I bet there'll be a huge showing at Longhorn today. Plus they may have free beer, which also brings people out of the woodwork. I'm not sure if they're having that today or not, but all right, well, we're on 377 heading north, crossing the Paluxy, leaving Bluffdale. So we'll check back in Granbury, see what Firehouse Cafe looks like. Later. All right, rolling into Granbury, almost to Firehouse Cafe. Got a couple more lights. Got your typical Granbury Saturday traffic. Everybody comes up here to shop from all around, because unless you're going to Fort Worth or somewhere south of here, there's not a whole bunch around. Really wish they would put some kind of bypass in around this bullshit, because I drive through it every day on the way home, and Saturdays are typically worse, but every day between, I'd say probably 5 to 6:30, the traffic is just a real cluster through here. It's not so much the traffic per se, but all these damn red lights. They're not synced. You got to damn near stop at every one. It can literally make a 30-minute difference in my commute every day when I'm coming home, but that's kind of the life we chose by moving 50 miles away from Fort Worth. So got to look in the mirror if I'm mad at somebody about it. This dude's Dodge Durango over here, whatever the hell it is louder than my bike. I guess those V6s got to breathe. Alright, what we got going on here? Something coming back this way. Can't tell if that's fire. I think that's fire. Emergency services. Okay. Alright, let's get through this light and we can get to Firehouse. Oh, look, this dude's got the Hank Jr. thing in his rear view mirror. See that? Or maybe he's a Ruger fan. Either way, they use the same bird, right? Hank stole the, or I'm assuming he stole it from Ruger. Made that his logo, but anyway. Ooh, garden pot on the road. Alright. I really hope this isn't crowded, because I'm definitely very hungry today. But I also don't want to blow an hour and a half or whatever it would take. So, alright, I could have turned there, but I like coming up here where you don't get stuck at the red light. Let's make sure this guy isn't coming over yet. Alright. So we'll pop in here. They just built this Freddy's here too, like, I think it opened maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It's, if you like dessert and ice cream, it's pretty cool. I don't know what else they got in there, but chocolate sundaes are on point. Yeah, it's slammed. You got Mia Familia Mexican restaurant. You got Randy's Bar and Grill over there. They're getting ready to open up an Italian place where it used to be Mia Familia. You can see the signs missing. They moved next door. I guess they got construction going on. Oh yeah, it's crowded. Damn. Yeah, that looks like a 30-minute wait minimum. I don't know, unless all these guys are trying to sit together, which that kind of looks like that too. So, yeah, let's try it, man. We'll go in here. Get the Ford out of the way here. Got up front parking, so that's kind of nice. Even though this guy here is kind of sideways. Actually, they both are. But we'll squeeze in. Alright, let's go check it out. Well, that was pretty delicious as expected. Wait wasn't too long, had to sit there maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes. They've actually opened up another side of the restaurant, or another section, I guess. They bought another suite or something, I don't know, but it's about twice as big as it used to be. Of course, the kitchen is the same size, so there was still a little bit of a wait, but not very much. I wish I would have taken a picture of my food, because those guys definitely got the best chicken fried steak in Hood County as far as I'm concerned. And maybe there's places I hadn't been yet, but to the places I've ate, it's been pretty good. Now this is a cluster here. I should have went down to the light, because typical Granbury on Saturday. Look at this horse shit. Alright, this is what I should have done to start with. But we are headed to Fort Worth. We're going to go out to Longhorn Harley, check the new touring models out. I got to stop and get some gas. I'm at 163 miles, so probably on fumes on this thing. I never try to push it more than 200. Used to I could get around 220 or so to a tank before I was on fumes. But after doing this 124 upgrade and changing the injectors and changing the mapping, it's definitely drinks a little more fuel, but well worth it because of the power. Anyway, don't want to bore you guys with this light, so we'll tap out and catch back up somewhere in Fort Worth. Alright, here we are. Yeah, got the bikini girls out. Oh yes, definitely slammed. Alright. Looks like nowhere to park in there. And even if it is, it'd be crowded. I got the Lolos out, man. Nice. Bet we can creep on over here to the other side and find somewhere to park. Man, that's sweet. Yep, nothing as usual. Thanks. Oh, look at this. Yeah, there we go. Hey, man. Let's check it out. Going on, so let's walk around and see what we can see. Got the Cadillac, Impala, and this thing looks pretty wicked. Nice. So we got some serious hydraulic horsepower going on back here. What a bigger tag on that. Got a peak of here. Just guessing here.
Keep on asking, read money is just a one night stand. No matter my company, but baby, pay some money. And if you get that little hands be hot, let's run away. Anyways, all day by the way, I got to leave in a rush. I'm quick, don't you fuss, all I did was just it ain't love, it ain't just one night stand. Trying to get a little something. Sun's going down, we put it down, twist up on the shot. When it's go, baby, let's just go.
I can see you up on the cover of a magazine. You should be a model. I bet you hear that all the time. Got the body of a goddess, face like an angel. Girl, I'm being honest. I can see you up on the cover of a magazine.
Back again, baby. It's a daddy component. Fancy jeans, boxes, and now I'm big love home. Check out this little song. I roll with the passion. You were sent from above, and you look so attractive. Let me ask you if you done a little I've been scoping out your beauty, you look so fly. Did I see you on a movie? Shoot me with the camera, got a body of a goddess, a face like an angel, and I'm just being honest. You're so fine, what you Mac and Chanel. Might as well take a cruise to the islands, bumping some for real.
Be a model, I bet you hear that all the time. Got the body of a goddess, face like an angel. Girl, I'm being honest. I can see you on the cover of a magazine. You should be a model. I bet you hear that all the time. Got the body of a goddess, face like an angel. Girl, I'm being honest. I can see you on the cover of a magazine.
I see you on the Gucci magazine, or was it the Lowriders? Next to the 63, or was it cover girl? It don't really matter. I'm flattered by your smile and your lips make it better. Settle down as I take you on a little trip. Sexy proving on to the world, you's a gift. Fly like the wings of a plane from the heavens above. You the thunder and the rain. Sitting down watching every move that you make. You're shopping at Tiffany's, you make no mistake. You're so good, you're so hood, you're so commercial. Damn girl, you got the makings of a mom.
Be a model. I bet you hear that all the time. Got the body of a goddess, face like an angel. Girl, I'm being honest. I can see you up on the cover of a magazine. You should be a model. I bet you hear that all the time. Got the body of a goddess, face like an angel. Girl, I'm being honest. I can see you up on the cover of a magazine.
I can see you on a magazine, and that's no doubt. I can see you as Miss Universe with your crown. I can see you in lingerie, walking that ramp. I can see you in a bikini at the sunshine dance. Do my thing, you're so damn pretty. Walking the red carpet with your custom body. Hugging your dress, you're looking so fresh. Like
Got a wide variety of rides, lowriders, bikes. A lot of cool stuff going on today.
if I had one wish from a genie, girl like you, just like
let's get out. I like the blades. Still more than the road glide guy, but these don't look bad, though. I like that super large screen on this thing. Controls are all different now, too. Rear end's got the integrated tail lights with the saddlebags, right between the saddlebags and the fender. Kind of cool. This white looks a lot better in person. I don't know if it's popping on this camera or not. It's definitely got some metallic to it. Got the large drawer here. I mean, you can fit an iPad in that, not just your iPhone. It's kind of cool. Road glides are a little different. It's got the, obviously the sharp nose fairing. Still got kind of the popping light drawers like mine has. Large screen, small windshield. I like it. Definitely looks a little more modernized to me. The other thing you can tell is like on these tanks, you can see how instead of rounded, they're still rounded, but they have like a seam on the side now where they made them kind of more square and not just a solid radius. That's kind of cool. They've got a lot of them in here, so they must have got their whole inventory for now. Black, white, copper, gray or gray metallic, and then what is this? The shark skin blue, I think is what they call it. And then they got this, I think this is midnight blue, I can't remember what they call it. I really like that color though. I don't know, for me it's between that. Actually I like the copper, the root beer, and I like the white too. I'm not sure which one I like best, but also I sit on one of these and the bars that come on the stock now are a lot better than what came in my old road glide. I had to change those almost immediately. I put a set of 12-inch Chevys on it. These I could live with for quite a while. I may not even ever change them because they look good, but the thicker bars, probably an inch and a quarter, inch and a half. And they're at the right height for me too. And the bag's locked. But also, one of the things I was going to point out too is kind of hard to see, but they got rid of the big tube, the oil return line that came from the top of the head back down to the oil tank. They still have this over here, but at least it's out of the way and it doesn't really mess up the sight line. Like if you look at these two bikes, you can just barely see the 90 sticking out, but on the bikes like mine, the 20 model up to the 24, you can see that giant half-inch return line kind of filling up that space that's unsightly. Actually, like on this trike right here, you see this? Yeah, the big giant line right there. It just kind of gets in that space, and I don't really like the look of it. These all look good though, man. I'm sure this is where we're going next year. Everything will probably be this tight. You know, the touring lines, they still have these, you know, ultras from last year. Maybe these are the new ones, I'm not sure, but they still haven't changed these over to the new format yet. They still got the under tank, the old school, not old school, but the modern look, if you will. Yeah, the other thing you can notice on these is they've got the variable valve timing cover right there. I don't know if these are actually variable valve timing or if that's only the CVOs for this year, but they definitely got the real estate in place to make it that way in the future. My guess is the Euro 5 emissions are probably driving all that. We're getting there here in the US where we're going to have to meet all that stuff, but I don't think they've done that yet. Anyway, just a quick look. Like I said, the switch gear, I really like that. Change that up. I love the dash, even though it's not on, but you know, I guess the only takeaway from that is, at least on my road glide, it's got an analog set of gauges. So if you lose your screen, you can still at least see your RPM and speed. But with this, it's kind of all or nothing. But hey, cars have been doing that for a long time without issues. So fairing looks sharp. Yeah, you can see the lights. The blinkers are integrated on the side here, so they're kind of one piece with no blinkers. They did the same thing really on the back. I touched on it a minute ago, but just the way the blinkers are kind of integrated into the area between the saddlebag and the fender, so there's nothing else, nothing sticks out like on the old bikes. You don't have like bullets or pods or anything else. So anyway, I think it looks pretty good. Take another cursory glance at the road glide over here. Excuse me, the street glide.
Actually, cruising. Make the lights flash.
And basically the same bike from the tank bike, it's just the fairing is different. Obviously the major difference between the road glide and the street glide is on the road glide the fairing is mounted to the frame, and the street glide is mounted to the fork. So wind and other stuff like that would affect you a lot more on these. It's really just a matter of preference, a matter of what you want to do. I mean, I say it affects you, it doesn't affect you enough to be a huge difference, but if you, I mean, to me the road glide just handles better because it's a fairing is mounted to the frame, so you don't have all that wind and other things applied to your steering force, if you will.
Depending on which one you get, 70, 90, and 140 miles.
Pretty nice. Anyway, just wanted to show all that. Got a lot going on here at Longhorn. Beautiful day, so everybody's out here checking out all the Lowriders.
It's got a wireless.
Definitely looks good. Maybe a little bigger, I'm not sure to tell, but they look comparable. Might actually hold a little more, I'm not sure. The lid looks the same. They all rounded on the front, it's kind of hard to see, but rounded on the front, so maybe that radius gives it a little more room, I'm not sure. Oh, they got the, over here by the front, they got the hydrogen.
And you think faster than
Icon edition, commemorative. This thing looks a lot better than person, I'm sure that it does on this camera. This thing is amazing. Love the engine there, got the old logo. Got the fringe on the bags. It looks awesome. This is number 1179 out of 1750. And we got another one here too. Same back. This one is 328 of 1750. So yeah, it looks really good. All right, leaving Longhorn Harley Davidson. I think I'm going to ride over to Fort Worth Harley since it's on the way back to the house. Pretty cool showing today, man. I think a lot of it's because it's beautiful outside, kind of a spring vibe, but also they got this Lowrider show going on here in conjunction with all the, you know, the grand launch party for the 2024 models coming out. It's just been pretty cool. All right, I don't know if this guy's going or not. Okay, I think he's staying. There we go. Yeah, a lot of folks here, man. Not looking forward to getting back on 20. That looks like a cluster, but we'll figure it out. Man, everybody brought out their ride today. That was pretty cool. Enjoyed seeing that. Even though I'm more of a bike guy than a car guy, I still appreciate the fine hardware. Man, look at all these convertibles, man. Awesome. All right. So long, Longhorn. Head back over to Funky Town, aka Fort Worth, aka Cowtown. See what's going on over at Fort Worth Harley. My guess is not as much as over here. I don't know why Longhorn seems to always have a bigger draw than Fort Worth whenever the Harley does one of these little rollout block party things, or so we shall see if that's still true. Actually, since we moved down to Bluffdale, I haven't been going to a lot of these things. Used to, it was convenient when you lived in town 15 minutes away, nice and easy, but now that we're an hour away, I just come to them when it's convenient. Got a lot of work done yesterday, so the only thing I got left to do this weekend is cut the yard, and the grass was still kind of wet from all the rain, so I took advantage of that to blow it off today and come up here to this thing. And I'll jump back on the yard work tomorrow. Never goes away anyway, right? So, all right, we're going to jump back on 20, get into this cluster, and head over to Fort Worth Harley. Catch you there. All right, looks like we got a Corvette convoy here. Everybody's got their blinker lights on. Excuse me, hazard lights on in the middle of I-20. I mean, they're kind of going with the flow of traffic, but interesting, they chose the middle lane, or one of the center lanes. Not sure what's up with that, but at least they're not going 30 like a funeral procession. All right, but I see everybody in this lane is slowed down for whatever reason. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. The Corvette convoy probably got some kind of meet today or show or something. Not sure what. I was trying to see if it was anything besides late models, but so far they all look fairly new. I don't know my Corvette years 100%, but nothing looks really dated here. A lot of hardware rolling down I-20 right now. Dang, a lot of them still going up here. Looks like we're getting to the front. Oh, here's an older one. This looks like an 80s model. Let's see, with the round oval tail lights. What year is this thing, man? I don't know. Older than these square ones anyway. Not square, but the, you know, rear engine looking deals or whatever. Anyway, thought that was pretty cool. So just exited I-20 onto, actually 820, onto Camp Bowie Boulevard, or the Camp Bowie exit. This is Camp Bowie. We're staying on the service road. Fort Worth Harley's just right up here around the corner, and also the Honda place too, right across from it, and the Indian place. So basically got the motorcycle shopping center, I guess you'd call it. 3 bike dealerships all adjacent to each other, so that's cool. So we'll pop in here and see what Fort Worth Harley's got going on. It already looks less crowded than Longhorn was, but we'll see if there's anything to it. They just redid this building a few years ago, so nothing else, we go in here and check that out. Alright, got several bikes here. That's cool. And more important, we got bike parking, so how about that? All right. direction. Well, just left Fort Worth Harley. Fixing to jump back on 820 here. Oh, green light, what a rare occasion. And yeah, more of the same, kind of similar to what Longhorn had going on, but on a smaller scale. There's a bunch of people there, had a live band, that was pretty cool. But other than that, you know, same thing. I did sit on a Heritage in there. I really like the new Heritage Softail. Also like the Lowrider ST. I can't make my mind up if I was buying another bike which one it would be. I like both. I'm sure the Lowrider S is going to be a little more sporty. It's got the 117 in it, but you know, all these engines are dogs until you do a upgrade, you know, cam, fueling, big bore, whatever. But man, the Heritage, when you sit on it, it fits me like a glove, so I really like that. But the ST has the upside down forks. You could probably rebuild those and get a lot, you know, better performance than you can with the front Heritage forks. I don't know, I guess maybe Öhlins or Progressive or somebody makes a cartridge for them, so you could probably do that to get, you know, a lot better suspension out of it. But the way the ST's set up, the pegs are pretty high on it. Not that they're high, but they are high compared to the floorboards on the Heritage, and it looks like it's got a little more ground clearance, so my guess is it probably corners a little better. At least it appears to be made for that. So I could go either way, but I think the bottom line is right now I'm not going to be buying anything in the foreseeable future. I'm really satisfied with this Road Glide, or Project 124 as I like to call it. I'm always looking for my next favorite motorcycle, if that makes sense. And I got projects out the wazoo at the house I need to take care of. I need to get my shovel head roadworthy. I've had the thing for almost 5 years now, and other than getting it running, I haven't made any progress toward getting it on the road. My 05 Softail, I got a crankshaft issue with it. The rotor backed off and it spun on the crankshaft, so it kind of tore that up. And when I took it apart and realized that, I just kind of put it in mothballs, so I need to jump back in there and figure out what I'm really going to be doing with that. But yeah, it's all good. Got plenty of projects. It's just I need to get these other two bikes running before I go buy anything else. So maybe I'll work on that some this summer now that I'm kind of caught up on my other stuff. I got the KTM on the road, Road Glide good to go, Ducati good to go, 690 good to go, with the exception of a slight fork issue. It's got a little leak on the front left fork. I'm hoping I can just correct that with a you know, running a seal mate up under the, or running a lip cleaner up under the seal, making sure it's good to go. But to be determined. And even if it's not, I've got seals at the house, so that's literally a half a day job. I can do it in the morning, or in a morning's time. But anyway, I guess where I'm going with that is all the bikes are on the road now. I mean, they always have been, just little nagging issues from time to time. So now that I've got everything kind of ready for summer, I need to jump on the either the shovel head or my 05 Softail Ethel, and you know, figure out what I'm going to do with that. What's the long-term fix? Because I never ride that bike anymore, and I've always said I would never sell Ethel. But the reality of it is, since 09, when I got a Heritage, I put maybe less than 2,000 miles on that bike. So, but the other thing is, I've dumped so much money into that bike, making it what it was. You know, it was kind of top notch for a 05 era Softail. Did the big bore kit, so it's a 95 inch, and of course it's got the 5-speed. The Harley didn't come out with the 6 speeds until 07 from the factory, so it's nice for what it is, but it's an older carbureted bike, and now everybody loves the fuel injection, loves a modern bike. And I mean, I guess I do too, but what I'm saying is the bottom fell out of the sales market for those old bikes. So I'd be lucky on the high end, even with all the work that's been done, as clean as it is and everything else. I go to all the expense to repair the crank, which is probably at a minimum going to cost me $2,000 by the time I take the engine out. Even if I bought a new crank from Harley, they're $1,400 plus getting the heavy bastard shipped to my house, so probably looking at $15,000. And I bet on a good day the highest price I would ever get for Ethel is probably between $6,000 and $7,000, 7 being the absolute top dollar for it. So it's kind of like, what do I want to do here? Should I just go apeshit crazy and pull the engine, since I'm putting a crank in it anyway, make it 120 cubic inch and make it a hot rod? Well, yeah, you could do that, but you know, these 05 bikes, the cranks are garbage in them anyway. So, and I'm already having to replace that because the splines are shot on mine. So you're looking at a new crankshaft, and then if you go 120, you got to bore the case. Unlike these Milwaukee 8s where you can do it from the factory, on those bikes, on the twin cam, you've got to do machine work on the engine to be able to take a big bore kit that large. And then, you know, putting down that much horsepower, you're going to have something that's making 140 to 150 horsepower. Well, hell, then you got to address the drivetrain, because the stock clutch isn't going to handle it. The stock compensator's probably not going to handle it. So, you know, then you're looking at $500 for a clutch, $200 or $300 for a, you know, some type of high performance compensator. And then you're sending all that through a 5-speed. Do you really want to do that? You know, preferably you'd have a 6-speed. And then you're looking at, if you're going aftermarket, probably a Baker grudge box or something like that, and that's going to be $2,000 or $3,000. So how much do you want to spend on a bike that's fundamentally worth $7,000? So that's the conundrum. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have because it gives me something to think about at night. But I really just need to figure out what I'm doing, because the bike is sitting there unused, wasting away. I drained all the fuel out of it where the carburetor wouldn't come up, but that's it. It's been sitting for like a year. And on top of that, when I found all this out, I had just decided I was going to spend money to get it roadworthy again. It was roadworthy, but the tires on it were several years old. They didn't have that many miles on it, but they were starting to show cracks. So I put $300 worth of new tires on the thing. So before they dry rot again, I'd like to get her on the road. So I got to determine what I'm doing there. And then on the shovel head, it's just a matter of finding a tank or cleaning the one I got, put it all back together. The only thing I really got to buy for the shovel head, I think, is forward controls, because those got waxed when the previous owner had a low side in Colorado on it. And it's, at least the story to my knowledge is, the bike had been sitting ever since that happened in Colorado. So it was at 9 years when I bought it. I think it had been sitting 8 years. I waited around a little while, so it was like 9 years before I got it running. And of course, luckily Doug, the gentleman I bought it from, set it up right. He drained everything, so the S&S was fine. I bought a rebuild kit just assuming I was going to have to rebuild it, but I took it apart and I'm like, holy shit, this thing isn't even crusty. Put it back together, installed it, put some gas, not in the tank, but I've got a little, I call it an IV tank. It's basically a service tank, gravity feed. And man, it like fired up almost immediately, even using the same plugs that were in it from all those years ago. So that was awesome. But now I need to do some work to make it roadworthy. All right, well, we're leaving Fort Worth, headed back towards Bluffdale. So it was a good time. It's about 3:30 now, so probably still going to ride here for a little bit. But yeah, Longhorn was fun, seeing all the lowriders and the new bikes, and then checked out some more new bikes at Fort Worth Harley. Actually, I didn't mention, I did talk to a sales guy in there. The guy's name was Christian. He came up to me while I was looking at the Heritage Softail. We had a pretty good chat. He showed me some features on it I wasn't really aware of, and a real nice guy. So if I ever get ready to do anything, I may give him a shout back. I haven't bought anything from Fort Worth before. Not necessarily any reason why. it just seems like every time I get ready to buy something, they don't have the right inventory. They certainly did today, but I'm just kind of tire kicking and window shopping today. But anyway, yeah, Christian, he was a nice guy, and appreciated him taking the time to show me some of the stuff on some of the bikes. But I guess that's it. So fixing to get on 377 after this, or actually on 377, but after this last red light here, we'll be back on 377 proper with a 65 to 75 mile an hour speed limit and get on down the road. So that's it. Check in later. Cybertruck. All right, we are back to Bluffdale. What's up, neighbor? Pretty good day today. Got in 153 miles, so that was pretty fun. Enjoyed seeing the new bikes, enjoyed seeing the hot rods and all that. Fort Worth and Longhorn, nice looking rides at both places. So that was kind of cool. On top of that, why's this guy going so slow? Not really sure why, but interesting. Anyway, yeah, just got back from Longhorn and Fort Worth Harley. Had a good time. It was cool seeing all the bikes. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, 153 miles I think is what I did today, so pretty good ride too. Nice. The sun was out earlier. Now it's kind of not overcast, but not really sunny either. So anyway, back to the ranch here at Frank's Holler. Heck of a day. 4:15, so hopefully got enough daylight left to cut the grass, which is out of control. Anyway, as always, thanks for riding along. It was a good time. See you on the next one.